Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for mid-September 2022. We are going to jump right in here and we're going to see what is going on in your general energies in this first row right here. In your next row, we're going to look at what you need to know at this time, and also we're going to look at anything unexpected, if there is anything unexpected coming in for you. And I'm telling you right now, it has not been an unexpected time a month for whatever reason, so I would say no. We're going to look at the good stuff that is coming in for you here, so it doesn't matter what shows up in this row. It's going to be positive no matter what. And in your last row, we're going to look at your 5 main themes that you could be dealing with this month right here. On top of that, we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end, and that'll be that. So you have the Green Man card. It says the forces of nature favor you. I feel like it would be a good time to get out into nature, number one. I feel it would also be a good time just to kind of nurture. I'm just getting the word nurturing connections really popping into my head. This could be any type of connection. I feel if there are just positive connections in your life, people, places, things, experiences, whatever makes you feel good, I would be nurturing those things with this energy. That's really what I'm getting. That's really it. That's all I get. So there you go. And this is why, probably this 3 of Pentacles, but you have the 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and the 5 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is like a card of teamwork, but they're working on a team to create something of great quality. 3 of Pentacles represents quality work. It's like the work he's done is meant to represent something that is done very, very well. It's also kind of my icing on the cake card, because this right here is a fire triangle. It's like the work he's done. This right here is a water triangle, and the water triangle kind of represents needing to, well, it represents a lot of things, but it kind of represents needing to bring an idea down to earth. But it can also say, like, he did a little bit extra work. He went, like, above and beyond on what he was supposed to do. Sometimes that's a bad thing. In this case, I feel like that's a good thing. Kind of going above and beyond, adding the icing on the cake, I feel will totally be worth it. You know, especially for those of you in work or business, if you're wondering, like, hey, if I do this extra work, will my boss actually notice? I would say yes. Same thing in love and relationships as well. It's like, I feel if you're wondering, like, hey, will my partner appreciate the work I'm about to do? I would say yes, totally worth it. And that's really what I'm getting here. Even right next to it, you have the 2 of Pentacles. Both of these cards, you know, she has polka dots on her cloak. 2 of Pentacles is work hard, play hard. They both kind of represent needing to have more fun, which I feel like comes up a lot for you. So I would put more fun into the things that you're doing. You have the 6 of Cups right here. So 6 of Cups can represent a gift from the universe or some sort of turnaround happening in your life. So I do feel there could be like a gift that you're receiving from the 6 of Cups. I do feel that, you know, I don't know, like every single person has had the 6 of Cups, of course. We're entering into Mercury retrograde. I mean, we are in the retrograde today. I mean, as of 2 days ago, at the time of me recording this video. So, you know, I would say that, you know, of course, a lot of us could be thinking about past situations. It doesn't have to be love either. It could be anything. You have the 5 of Pentacles here. Sometimes I feel the 5 of Pentacles is asking you to make sure that you don't call attention to your weaknesses. This guy here, he has a bell around his neck, and he represents a leper. Back in the day, lepers had to wear bells around their necks so that people would know when they were coming down the street, and it basically says don't call attention to your weaknesses. If we go this direction here, up to the Death card, the Chariot there's a certain element of confidence with the Chariot. You know, the Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. Basically, if you believe that something is going to be successful and you take control of whatever it is, then you'll be successful. You literally have the control and domination card in the area of the good stuff. Those aren't necessarily good words, right? I guess it depends on how they're used, of course, but it is showing up in the good stuff, so clearly it's going to be positive. And again, I feel like taking control over like a project or a business or something you're doing is going to be very important. Swords is, of course, moving on to calmer shores or moving on from something from the past. And I do feel, I always get a lot of upgrade energy for you, Leo. I feel like any upgrade you could do in any area of your life would be super beneficial. If I were you, if I were a Leo, that's all I would be focusing on is like, how can I upgrade my business? It doesn't even have to cost money. It could be something where you just try something new that you learned, right? So again, I think that, people always leave comments saying like, oh, but I don't have the money. I'm like, it doesn't have to cost money. It could be totally free. It could be something you learned on YouTube, right? I feel like just the universe just really wants us to try. And that's it. I think the people who try are going to be the most successful. And that's what I'd be doing with that card. You also have 2 6s. I love 2 6s. To me, it says you're going in the right direction. With the 6 of Cups, you have the Page of Pentacles. Definitely could be new love coming in for you. I feel like some of you could be getting into relationships with people who maybe you've like known them in the past. I wouldn't really say it's an ex necessarily. I mean, with the Six of Cups here, but I kind of feel it's like just maybe a lot of, I've been getting a lot of that energy of like a person that maybe you dealt with but was really never went anywhere. There could be that type of revisiting. I feel that for some of you. For others, I mean, Page of Pentacles is obviously a new person if you're looking for love. I'm also getting the word letter here. So some of you could be receiving communication with the Page of Pentacles. I feel like it's good news, whatever it is. And again, I would also say that any connections that are positive, I would feed those things. Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness. It's a card of learning. So I would look at, I've been using a lot of gardening analogies lately because I've been gardening, but also because, Uranus and Taurus, right? I would be like looking at your connections and like how can you fertilize them? How can you give them better energy or good energy, or how can you kind of like upgrade something? I don't know. It just keeps popping into my head. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Definitely a change in your fortunes. This would be a good thing. You have the Two of Pentacles. Personally, I actually like the Two of Pentacles for money. Sometimes I feel that the Two of Pentacles can represent a settlement. That's not accurate tarot. It's more like an intuitive thing for me. I have some cards in the tarot that I consider clue cards. And the Two of Pentacles to me is a clue that can represent like a settlement that could be legal, but it could also just be like a settlement from the universe or you settling up with the universe. So I do feel there is a change in your finances. There's actually a system of tarot as well where every single two, no matter what, is positive in in the tarot. I don't read that way, but it is interesting. And again, I do feel this could be a positive thing for you. Next in the area of what you need to know right now, you have this silence card. It says moving in silence while you continue to build. Again, I've been telling everybody it's crazy because multiple people have had cards that basically say, do not share your ideas right now. Keep your ideas to yourself. Obviously, I always like to tell people, it's like you could say, there's so many people over the years who said, don't share your ideas. I was reading something, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying, well, actually, it's better if you share your ideas, but as long as you're sharing them with people who support your idea, who always are on your side, right? So if you have that type of person, I feel like, fine, you can share your idea with a very supportive person. But if you know you have a bunch of negative people around you, I'd be very careful sharing your ideas. And again, multiple signs have had cards that basically say, work on your idea, but share it later. Like share it when it's successful, right? It says right here, sharing too much too soon. Not everyone is honest and trustworthy. So again, I would just, I don't think this is a reason to be paranoid or anything like that. I would say take tarot with a grain of salt, right? I do this for a living. I don't take tarot seriously at all, right? I just love tarot imagery. That's really why I do it. It's fun for me. And you know what I mean? So like I said, there you go. But here, I would definitely keep your words to yourself. You have this card that says you will be surrounded by people with different agendas. Here you go. It may scare you away, but fight it. You got this. So again, I don't think you have to cut anyone out. I don't think you have to block anyone or anything like that, Leo. I just feel it's saying, hey, just keep the ideas to yourself. You can still interact with people in your life. You can still nurture your connections and all that other stuff. But if you're working on an important idea, again, good idea to keep it to yourself. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Six of Pentacles. Chariot, I definitely get the energy of confidence. I feel this is talking about where there's a will, there's a way. So I feel like you're about to be very successful. I feel you're about to go in some directions that you never thought you would go in before. Some of you, I even feel moving energy where you could be maybe in the future deciding to move, for example. Maybe you never thought you would move. For others, I just feel you could be taking things in a completely new direction in some area of your life. It's almost like I kind of feel like what do you call that? A boomerang energy. I feel you've kind of sent the boomerang out into the universe, but probably a very, very long time ago. And that's what I get with this Two of Pentacles. I feel that something is on its way back. Is it here yet? I'm not so sure. I feel for some of you, I feel it could be September. For others, I feel it could be like the next 3 months or so that you see a return from something that you sent out into the universe, in quotation marks, a long time ago. So maybe you had some intentions to grow your business to a certain point. I feel that all of a sudden you could notice some growth, but when you think about it, you're like, hey, wait a minute, I was actually thinking about this like 6 years ago or something like that. So I kind of get that type of energy for some reason on the Two of Pentacles. Again, I would balance your energy with the Two of Pentacles as well. Make sure if you're working a lot that you're taking time to not work. You have the Six of Pentacles, balance again. I do feel like something needs to be fed in your life. It's funny that I said fertilizer. So if you have some hobbies or some interests that you haven't been working on for a long time, I definitely recommend working on those things. I find that during Mercury retrograde that, I walk pretty much every single day. If I don't walk, then I feel stuck if I do walk, I kind of feel more free. But also when I walk because that's where I get all my answers. It's like I kind of zone out, don't pay attention, right? Almost get hit by cars, stuff like that, because I'm not paying attention. And I would say that, that's where I get my best ideas, is just like kind of zoning out, walking, all that other stuff. So if you have something that allows you to zone out, that allows you to kind of just not think about the world or whatever, it could be anything. It could be, walking, like I said, it could be gardening, taking a shower. I get good ideas in the shower too. It could be anything. I would do those things because I feel like that's the part of you with that Six of Pentacles that needs attention, right? Let's see here. What is going on for you? With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Six of Cups. Again, it's crazy. Multiple people have had the Six of Cups twice. And funny that I said boomerang on that Two of Pentacles, because that's kind of like the feeling it gets. Like you put something out a long time ago and it's returning. Feels like it could be information to me. It could also be an intention. Like you set an intention a long time ago. For some of you, I literally feel you have like notebooks that you can look at and you'll be like, oh my God, I wrote about this like years ago. So I definitely get like this law of attraction type thing there. With the Chariot, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a card of kind of complacency, needing to not be complacent. So I do feel you need to pay attention to the details. I would be careful with this card. I mean, I don't think anything bad's going to happen, but I do feel this is like typical retrograde energy where we forget to do something, we're complacent, right? We don't look over things. I just feel this is kind of saying follow the typical retrograde rules and you will be fine. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands. You're starting to put energy into the right things. Ace of Wands is a card of desire. It's kind of a card of in with the old, in with the new, out with the old, in with the new, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And it can also be a card of desire. And that's what I feel here, is that there's some sort of desire coming in for you. I feel like you're feeling very motivated as well to put energy into whatever you're working on. And because of that, you're seeing a result. Pretty straightforward energy, I would say, there as well. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this control card, and you also have this domination card. So I kind of feel for some of you could be dominating in business right now, Leo, especially if you're putting the work into business. I also feel that for others, that you're starting to learn ways to do this. I feel that you could even be receiving information. I'm getting something about, for some reason, this is reminding me, I'm not religious, so don't take this as a religious statement, but I'm getting like Ezekiel vibes. I failed, I paid attention, but I failed in Catholic school. I failed the religion class twice, and so I got kicked out naturally, right? And I had to go to regular school after that. But what I would say here is I'm getting like these Ezekiel vibes. It's almost like there's information coming from a higher source, I feel, on this control card. I would pay attention to it. There's also like a snake eating its own tail here. Remember what I was saying about doing kind of like new things? Snake eating its own tail is the Ouroboros, and it represents reinvention. So anything you can do to, reinvent what you're doing, I feel there's a lot of benefits in doing that. You have the Death card, the Five of Wands, and the Ace of Cups here. Again, this is the good stuff. So this Five of Wands normally is a card of conflict and competition. But again, you have this domination card. So I feel like you're dominating the competition if there is any. As I always say, I think we're entering into a time of co-creation. So I feel we're moving away from competitive energy. Does that mean that there won't be competition anymore? Hell no, right? And I feel that if you don't pay attention to it, you're going to get steamrolled, right? So I feel like we should be paying attention to it, but we should also be focusing on co-creation. I always like to remind people that, I feel the universe isn't about one thing or the other. It's about balance. And I think that's what people are starting to realize, is that it's not about like eliminating something like competition from the world. It's about balancing it with co-creation. And the two things are just going to kind of balance out, if that makes sense. And that's kind of what I feel like is going on here. But I do feel you could be standing out above the competition. Again, showing up in the good stuff, it would tell me that you're not even trying. Like, I feel like just you doing what you're doing is working. You have the Ace of Cups here. I feel very good about love for you recently. You even have two aces here. Look, I mean, it's like Five of Pentacles. You could have experienced a time alone, but that has changed to a new, passionate, new beginning. And Ace of Cups, like true love, peace, something that brings you peace as well. So love it. Next, you have the Death card. So definitely a positive change coming in for you with the Death card. Pretty simple energy. Again, I would say anything. I always get this for you, but like I said, with reinvention, I would be looking at how can you upgrade something? Some of you, I feel, if you have like a website, for example, you could be making some upgrades here, some changes. I don't know why it's popping to my head, but it's basically saying to me, it's going to make all the difference, as ridiculous as that sounds. So there you go. Let's see here. With the Death card, you have all these aces. Damn. You have the Ace of Swords, so definitely a victory and success coming in for you. I feel your life feels more peaceful as well. The Ace of Swords can be an offer of peace. You have the Dove on the Ace of Cups as well. I feel there's like more peace coming in for you. With the Five of Wands, the Star. Love it. Definitely a lot of attention could be coming in for you. I feel like you can see the big picture more. You know, I say there's this ibis right here on the Star card, and it can kind of represent just seeing the big picture, seeing everything you need to see to make progress. And that's really what I feel there with the Star card. With the Ace of Cups, you have the King of Swords, clarity. I mean, really, as far as the good stuff is concerned with the King of Swords, it can represent law and order, but it can also represent clarity or seeing things that you're supposed to be seeing things the way they're supposed to be. So I feel you're seeing things straight up in your life, and that is definitely a good thing. I definitely love this reading for you. A lot of good stuff. So now we're going to look at your 5 main themes for the month. You have this flag card that says, do not be tempted to lower your standards. I definitely feel that's a danger for everyone. Multiple people have had this card, by the way, this month. Again, people always ask me, do I shuffle the Oracle cards? I'm like, there you go. Like, it's crazy because even in this other deck, people had multiples from this other deck. You don't, but other people did. So yes, I do shuffle the Oracle cards. There you go. But what I would say here is that I feel multiple people have had warnings that have kind of said, make sure you don't lower your standards. Sometimes I think maybe in business or work or even in relationships, we feel like something isn't working. So then we're like, well, I'll just stay with what I'm doing. I feel like this is saying, no, it's a time of expansion. I feel like you should be filling space with this energy. Next, you have this feather card. It says, someone you know is undependable and insincere. I'm gonna ask in a minute I was gonna ask with one of those, but I feel intuitively I need to ask with the tarot. So we're gonna ask who this person is. I feel like they could be a flighty person. I mean, it's a feather. I kind of feel like it's someone who's just very flighty. I would be careful with that energy. And I feel like this person has been proven to be undependable in the past. Next, you have the goldfish. It says increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. I feel both for you. Definitely an increase in your material wealth here with this energy. It could be due to upgrades. I feel like a lot of like little lucky things. I have weird things popping into my head here, Leo. Like if you're into Feng Shui, for example, maybe you're carrying some like Lucky Charms or something like that. That sounds ridiculous, Lucky Charms. But, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I feel if you could be carrying like crystals or something like that. Something is making you feel more lucky. As I always say, people always ask me, like, do those things work? I'm like, well, if you believe they work, then they probably do. And, which came first, chicken or the egg? To me, it doesn't matter. If it works, it works. Plain and simple. Next, you have the bouquet. Again, someone else had this card as well. It says compliments. What does it say? Compliments from an admirer. So if you're looking for love, I definitely feel you could be receiving a lot of compliments. Even if you're not looking for love, I feel like you could be receiving compliments that are kind of leading you in a direction where, and especially what's popping into my head right now is if you have been uncertain about what you've been working on and you start getting compliments, I feel like those compliments are basically the universe being like, no, this is the right direction. 2 6s at the beginning of your reading. Plain and simple. Next, you have the bridge. It says successfully overcoming a problem. Again, a ton of people this month have had these cards of overcoming a problem. So I definitely feel you could be overcoming some sort of issue. Real quick, before we ask questions, can we ask what's going on with this feather card? Like how will Leo know who this person is? 5 of Pentacles. You have the 5 of Pentacles in your reading. Could be someone who left you out in the cold in the past or burned you in the past. I also feel it's a person who's always been stuck where they are. I feel this person is shrinking. I feel like they are contracting energy. Maybe they're always negative. Maybe they always have a problem. Again, I feel like you probably know who this person is because they've been undependable in the past. Yeah, I feel like this person causes problems and conflict in your life. I feel like they already have. So I would just avoid anyone like that. Plain and simple. But we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards. Now we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here, Leo. So 1, 2, 3. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. 1, 2, 3. For question number 1, hell yes. 10 of Cups, fortune after difficulty, happiness, good things coming in for you. Yes. For question number 2, yes. 9 of Cups, wishes, wish fulfillment, happiness, all the good stuff. For question number 3, yes, some of you could be dealing with a water sign. I'm pretty sure you had a water sign in your, if you have your eyes on a water sign. There's this boat right here, and so it could represent travel. And come to think of it, I feel like I said something similar about water, travel, something like that in your last reading. I could be wrong. It might not be you. I don't know. I've been losing my mind lately. Mercury retrograde, right? So, definitely a possibility. Some of you, I feel like, need to make a move. For others, I feel like this person will make a move, take how it resonates. But again, if you're interested in a person, just go for it with this energy. But this looks really good here, Leo. I like what I see. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.